अस्सलाम वालेकुम गाइस। आज की वीडियो में हम बात कर रहे हैं लेटरल स्पाइनोथैलेमिक ट्रैक की। इट एंटरिंग फ्रॉम द पोस्टीरियर रूट गैंग्लियन फ्रॉम द टिप एंड डिवाइडेड इनटू द असेंडिंग एंड डिसेंडिंग branches. These branches travel from a distance 1 or 2 segments and then form a posterior lateral tract of Lissauer. Here the cross obliquely to opposite side in the anterior gray and commissures within one spinal segment, and according to the contralateral and lateral spinothalamic tract. The lateral spinothalamic tract lie medial to the anterior spinocerebellar tract, and lateral spinothalamic tract ascend through it and then added to anterior-medial aspect of the tract. In the upper cervical segments, the sacral fibers are lateral and the cervical segments are medial. The fibers carrying pain are situated slightly anterior to those conducting temperature. As the lateral spinothalamic tract ascends through the medulla oblongata, it lies near the lateral surface and between the inferior olivary nucleus and the nucleus and the trigeminal nerve. It is now accompanied by the spinothalamic tract and spinotactal tract. Together they form the lemniscus. And here are the lemniscus continue to ascend through these parts and toward the bones, and it lies in the tegmentum lateral to the medial lemniscus. Many of these fibers of the lateral tract end by synapsing with the third order and the ventral posterolateral nucleus of thalamus. The acute pain are probably appreciated and emotional reaction initiated here. And here is the ventral posterolateral nucleus of the thalamus now pass through the posterior limb of the internal capsule and the corona radiata to reach the somatic area in the post-central gyrus, and the contralateral half of the body is represented as innervated with hand and mouth situated inferiorly and legs situated superiorly, and with the foot and anogenital region in the medial aspects. From there, the information is transported to the regions to the used by the motor areas and parietal association area. The role of the this is interpreting and the quality of sensory information at the level of the consciousness. Now we are talking about the substance P. The substance P, a neuropeptide, is also released, and whereas the glutamate is fast-acting local, substance P has the slow release and diffuse widely in the posterior horn and can influence many neurons. The initial sharp pricking fast-acting and stimulate second-order neuron and lateral spinothalamic tract, and then where they are related to sensory post-central gyrus. The burning, aching, slow-acting pain fibers also stimulate it and lateral spinothalamic tract in the posterior gray horn and the fast-acting fibers. And most of the incoming slow fibers are probably take part in additional relays involving several posterior horn because ascending in the spinal cord. The repeated arrival of noxious stimuli through this in the posterior gray horn during severe injury is increased response, and winding up phenomena is attributed to release and glutamate from C fibers. The first type is precisely localized. For example, if someone hit a thumb with a hammer whereas the injury has occurred is clear. Thank you so much guys for watching.